fellow believers and unbelievers, but you're not fellows.
Why? Oh, wait. Yeah, because we're not.
Yeah, because we have different beliefs. If you're here because you're an unbeliever and want to learn about God's kingdom, you got to wait 20 minutes because
your fellow
that's
people.
how segments work.
Fellow humans.
We don't know. Could be animals listening. Maybe you don't identify as a human. Maybe that's what we'll go over today. As you can see, or can't see if you're not watching the video, there's two of us.
There is two of us.
That means that there's typically more than two of us if you're not used to listening.
Mm.
How many
and
of us
normally
is there usually?
two of us
We'll put
is less than how many of us are here.
We'll do this as a question. How many of us are usually here? A, 1, B, 3, C, 5, D, 2. Got your guesses
disgusting.
in? Okay. The answer, what did I say was 3? I think B.
Is
Answer was
whoever
B.
has time to show up that week.
And that. Yeah.
3, normally. But
Typically. Hopefully for the next episode, we have another individual.
yeah.
Hopefully a dedicated individual who's usually here.
We've been promising this for a while, but my father-in-law, we got to get him on.
He would be enjoyable.
He would, wouldn't he?
There's lots of people.
I feel like he wouldn't talk for the first 5 minutes, and then he'd just be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Just get a different opinion with him. I want to see how that would go. I've never disagreed with him on anything.
That like a 2-part special. Like when he teaches at church,
It goes way over.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
last week, he filled in for the pastor and he taught in Spanish. And, okay, so service starts at 9, the preaching starts at 9:25, 9:30. And then we were going to like 10:20, 10:25, then we needed more fellowship time, so we cut it back to 10:10. But now they've been finishing around 10:15, 10:20. Service is supposed to be over at 10:30, but you can kind of hang out till 11. He ended preaching at like 10:43. So, yeah, that was really long.
I taught 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I taught at some point. The last time I taught was the first time I ever went over. First time ever. So disappointed in myself. Wasn't even worthy of going over. The Are You Better Than a Demon? That one was worthy of going over.
And
Best
I
verse
think
in the
that one
Bible.
was like 3 minutes short.
No, it ended right on time.
Did it?
Yeah. Guys, the best verse in the Bible, James 2:19 or 18, says, "You believe there is one God, you do well. Even the demons believe and tremble." And it's not said like that. It's probably, when James was writing it, he was mad. He had a righteous fury.
I don't think he was mad yet.
Righteous
I don't
fury.
think his anger starts to.
I think he realized this and he wrote it. He got mad, took like a 30-second break, then kept writing. Because he puts a new paragraph. This is the last one in the paragraph. So he's like, "You believe there is one God? You do well." We gotta move the mic. "Even the demons believe and tremble." Something like that.
Did that hurt the wood or did that hurt your hand, Josh?
I think we're both fine. We're both big objects. It might not be a boy. I don't know.
Just because you're big doesn't make you strong. So are you strong objects?
No, we're big objects.
Okay. Anyways.
I shrunk my spine today. I really wish I was lying, but I can guarantee I'm an inch shorter. I can't guarantee that.
Not an inch.
I am shorter than I was when I woke up this morning. It was leg day. So many squats. We did, I don't even know how to put it, because typically you'd say set, but like, it's best if I just open the app where we have it all. So it's like, we did squats 3 different times today. we max out next week, right? So let me open this app. Beautiful app, Rat Coach. It's not going to load because I don't have Wi-Fi. We're going to close the app. So basically the first one, the first one was you did 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, and it was all just 5 reps. And then we went on to pin squats. Never done that before. It's where you only go down a couple inches, so that way you're used to picking up really heavy weight, so you can hit a new PR easier. So I went up to 300 pounds, and then we had another
Here
set
we
of
go again,
squats.
Josh, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
I maxed out my
Well, it's not
my
a real
home
squat.
gym. Like it's not even that hard.
It's not maxing out, and it's not a real squat. But then you go back down to your max.
Squat, guys.
So I hit after that pretty close to my max, not quite because my legs were dead. I think. Well, no, I got the weight off.
Imagine
I only
murdering
went
your
halfway down.
legs.
That was an issue. Oh, it's gonna hurt tomorrow. but where was I? Why am I talking about this? But yeah, no,
don't know.
my legs are gonna hurt.
I don't know, Josh. I don't know.
I want to do Bulgarians. I don't want to do this anymore.
Because you're trying to brag about your strength.
No, if I want to
Why don't
brag,
you
I'd
flex
be-
for the camera?
I'm not doing that.
Why? You want to
Because-
talk your muscles so much, just flex for the camera.
My arms going in my shirt. How does this make you feel?
You look like
My one arm.
your
is in my
mom,
shirt.
but
Only
like an
one arm,
older
guys.
version of your mom because
You're
you're
telling
missing
me
an
my
arm.
mom doesn't have an
So
arm?
you look no, you just look like a grandma for something.
I'm telling my mom you said that.
Not like a grandma all wrapped in a blanket. That's what you look like.
No, that's not what I take
Yeah.
that. Nope, that's not how my mom's
How
gonna
do you
take it
take
either.
it?
My mom's gonna beat you up.
Your mom likes my mullet. Okay.
She just says
If we're
that.
talking about
She-
people that like my mullet, your mom's on the list.
She says she likes a lot of
That
things that she
cashier
doesn't
at
like.
Circle
Not a
K.
lot, but
And the Circle K
My
was
mom's a
fine
nice
because it had a
person.
real cashier and it was a cobblestone, so it's acceptable.
my
But
mom
he
is a
liked
nice
it.
person. She didn't want to make you feel
Two
bad.
of the parents on my middle school coach team.
They can tell
liked
you
it.
all they
That
want.
one random guy in a department store last
See, he
year.
counts 'em.
He liked my mullet.
I get so many compliments about my hair. I don't need to count them. If I go to Walmart, guess what I know I'm gonna hear about? My hair. It's
From
just
who?
old ladies.
No, but Josh, I mean, I think it's just a part of being young.
Some old men.
Yeah, the old men who are like, man.
No, I've only
I
ever
wish
had,
I had hair.
one old man compliment my hair.
No, old men compliment my hair a lot because they can't have hair like this.
My friend found out. This is gonna sound weird. I had my
Yeah.
leg. So second hour, I'm a TA, teacher assistant. So we do nothing, because we don't help teachers. We sit in the library and do anything the counselors need, which is just go and grab students every once in a while and bring them to them. So I had my feet up on the desk, but for some strange reasons. But we'll slide past that. I had my feet up on the desk.
Josh, no, we don't slide past.
Yeah, we
things
do
on
in this one.
podcast. No,
I was
Josh.
being a
Why?
healthy Christian. That's why. And
A healthy Christian?
Yeah, I didn't want a dude to sit on my lap, so I had
Okay,
my
good,
feet up on the
good.
desk, and I'm
Honestly
wearing
surprised.
ankle
but
socks. I'm offended.
You should be.
I'm wearing ankle socks,
Or you
right?
shouldn't be,
I
I
don't.
don't know.
I don't typically wear these, but that means that there's this little bit of skin showing. I'm like, ew, tan line, and he grabs my leg, he just pulls up my pants enough to see the hair. He's like, "You have ginger hair legs?" And I was like, "What else? What would they be? Black? I don't. black hair? I don't know." He was shocked.
Strange.
Yeah, that's how my day was. You asked how school was? That's how school was. Before the podcast, he was like, "How was school, Josh?" I was like, "Yeah, it was school. It
Yeah.
was school."
Sure, it was school.
Recap some stuff in sports, but oh, look at this. Look at this. This is my biggest accomplishment this year. If you're on the if you're watching the YouTube video, you'll see it too.
Or Instagram Shorts if Josh makes one.
That's a possibility, maybe. My certificate.
Of
I have another certificate for CPR too.
Is that
This is my
OSHA?
10-hour, never expires OSHA certificate. Do I want them to
So,
see my name?
give
My
us-
last name? I'm sure you've heard my last name by this point.
give us a rundown of those 10 hours, Josh.
It was 30.
Oh.
It says 10, but I think
30?
that's if you're in class, you can probably do it in 10. Online, it took me, well, it's probably more like 20. It took me about 20 hours.
So give us like what'd you learn?
Well, I can't tell you anything off the top of my head,
So you didn't learn.
but I can tell you that if you're doing something, I can tell you when you're wrong.
Okay,
Like,
Josh.
when we were on those roofs, how we got onto the roof was not right.
But it was fun, Josh.
We were
Well, no, the way you got on the roof wasn't right. It
because
just
they couldn't raise it
just
enough.
trying
Whoa.
to
Okay, guys, we got
stretch from the roof.
we were doing a roof, and how we got on was a weird way of climbing off the scaffolding. But then one of the times when I was getting on, I think it was the last time I ever got on the roof.
Yeah.
they were under the edge, so it couldn't go up high. And I'm short, and Taylor gets on, and I'm like, guys, he's 2 inches taller than me. I'm not tall enough for this. And they're like, we'll help you. You got this. And they didn't help. If you guys are listening,
We tried.
you did help
Josh
after.
didn't.
No, you
help us
helped.
Help him.
Well, so I'm stuck
Man,
on
they
the
were
roof.
pushing your butt, trying to get
Yeah,
you on and
yeah, but
on,
it took
man.
it took 2 minutes. I'm so
like
glad.
because your muscles
most
are like
people
a
didn't see it.
brick, but not even by weight. You just like gravitated.
You guys had to
downwards.
see it. This is a glorious moment. I was like, imagine. What would this even be like? I don't know. A penguin.
roof.
Oh, I feel like a penguin belly sliding, but I was facing
Without
the other
the
way.
slide.
Yeah, thankfully, if I slid, it would have been.
No,
bad.
not thankfully.
What do you mean? I don't want to
Because
slide
you
off the
were
roof.
stuck in place. If we
Yeah.
could have slid you up,
I could have
it would
moved.
been way easier.
I could have moved myself down. My fear was going down, because that's how you fall.
You were gonna fall into the
But
basket.
I
of
was
the
on like
lift,
this.
Josh.
Well, yeah, I wasn't really that afraid of falling. I was like, I couldn't. I don't even know where my feet were. They were like at the perfect spot where it couldn't help me.
The end of the roof came, and it was above one side of the basket on this lift, and so you couldn't really get your feet on that and lift over the edge of the roof. So you had to put your feet on the opposite side of the basket and lean forward and crawl onto the roof. Josh leaned forward and was just gripping the roof with his feet.
The smooth roof.
stuck
It
on
was
the other
just plywood
side.
at that point. And
Yeah,
yeah.
we got two guys in the basket trying to push him up.
Well,
and
only
I'm
one
trying
could
to
do
pull
it
him, and it's
because the
like,
other
what?
guy, there's a guy in the middle. I was on the left, and there's a guy on his right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there's one guy half pushing me up, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to pull Taylor down because if I pulled Taylor down, he wasn't gonna land in the basket. I was on the edge of the automatic scaffolding. What is it called?
Like a power lift. I
Yeah,
don't know.
man.
Not a basket.
Anyways, my parents, if you happen to listen to this episode out of all of them for some reason, this is a made-up story. We're completely
Just
safe.
like when we threw gas on that fire. That
We
was
said that on
also
here?
Made up. Yeah, we did.
that was
Yeah,
a
we did.
fake story. Yep.
Yeah. So we just have great imagination.
Yeah, to come up with these on the spot, we
Yeah.
practice improv.
Yeah. On how to be convincing.
It's like wrestling. You know, it looks really real until you realize
Or
it's
like
not real.
stunt actors.
Yeah, stunt actors.
Yeah. We're just stunt talkers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not as
we
cool
talk
as
about
the actors. We talk about the stunts we might do one day. That's what this whole thing
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
With a bit of Bible. So it's a whole bunch of lies straight into the Bible. But let me look on my phone for something to talk about. So, guys,
You ever just think about how much you hate your laugh? Do you hate your laugh?
I gave up on
Do you
hating.
hate my laugh?
No,
I don't like my laugh. It's stupid.
Qatar soccer game. We can talk about that when we went to go watch it.
Aren't
But
they terrorists?
huh?
What? Qatar?
Oh, I was looking for a topic, and I looked at a random photo. I saw Qatar fighting. Who were they fighting?
I don't know.
I closed it, guys. But do I hate
Oh,
my
when we
laugh?
went. Oh, I don't know. Honduras. I'm not sure.
Do I hate my laugh? No.
Hmm.
Well, I don't listen to it. I'm sure if I listened to it in the recordings, I would dislike it. But I dislike my voice.
Yeah, but sometimes I like it when I'm listening to it, like, come out of my face. It's disturbing.
What? I don't. So, do you like your laugh or not?
No. No.
But sometimes you do.
Well, it's not that I do the other times. It just doesn't bother me the other times. Like, if I bring up, hey, I hate my laugh, it's because the laugh that I just laughed was stupid. It just sounded awful.
Oh,
Yeah.
then it was a fake laugh, huh?
No.
Do you believe in the real laugh thing? Girls do it. I've never
What?
heard of guys do it. They lay down. It's because it's gay. And then you they cross their arms on their chest and then they push and they laugh. And they're like, that's your real laugh. I don't know how
What?
that makes it your real laugh. What is that? See,
What?
I consider that to be gay because it's like, because it's just weird. They always do it. It's weird. It looks gay. Anyways, they say that's your real laugh, and I've never understood what makes that your real laugh. And if you never laugh like that any other time, even when you're genuinely laughing, I just don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to do it?
No, I lost my train of thought.
We can be the first guys to do it.
It's not weird. First off, unless you make it weird.
Well, they make it weird.
Okay, then don't make it weird. But I lost my train of thought, man. What were we talking about?
Before this, Qatar
No,
soccer.
Yeah, Israel.
Oh,
Just a quick update.
Israel soccer.
Nothing's really happened. They're just kind of sitting there, waiting for the civilians to get out of the way.
sounds like they are letting the civilians leave.
Yeah, and then the whole world's complaining that
How do they know that?
humanitarian aid, and it's like, guys, war is war. This is literally a siege. The goal is that the people get mad at Hamas and throw them at the Israelis and be like, here's Hamas, kill them and leave us alone.
How do they know
That's
who's
the
Hamas,
point.
though? Hamas could easily leave.
Exactly. Well,
Well,
I don't think they could easily leave, but they can easily hide among the people.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. They
Yeah.
can hide amongst the people. And,
Like you're saying, hey
but
guys,
it would
we're gonna
be-
attack right here, and then Hamas is like, okay.
I guess the
we'll
way they would
leave.
get out would be lying about their faith. And if they have a strong belief in their faith, they probably wouldn't lie. As a Christian shouldn't, you know. Go to heaven, guys.
Confusion,
Don't be dishonest.
But anyways, yeah.
What about
It's basically any day now that Israel will invade.
we've said this story before. I don't know if we want to say his name again. We have a friend who if we were to go to underground churches,
Oh yeah.
we can't invite him because he would go to the authorities, be like, "There's one there."
Because lying's a sin, guys.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's more if they asked him, he'd be like, "Yeah, they meet." Well, this is what he says. He would just tell them like, "Yeah, they're gonna meet tomorrow at noon under Taylor's basement, under his basement."
It's just like, first you can't say things like this. First, it's an awful thing to say. I'm gonna rat you out so the government can murder you.
So would I.
And then it's like, okay, not me, but you tell this to the wrong person, and as soon as Christianity's illegal, they will murder you because they don't want you to rat them out. And it's like, okay, first, don't have this
That's not a
opinion.
good Christian, but
Next,
yeah.
don't tell anyone that this is your opinion.
We were in a heated discussion
It's
about
dangerous.
it. This was years ago, back when.
2021, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're having Bible study in my house.
This was a long time ago. Everyone who we knew back then and went to that, we don't talk to 90% of those people anymore. Life changes, guys.
Yeah.
Did your life change after high school much? Mine's gonna change a lot.
I was realizing that since I didn't go to college, I'm not really having the college experience, but because of that, I also didn't move on to, like, college people. Like, all my friends still in high school until a couple months ago. So, like, my whole first year out, say my freshman year of college age. Yeah, all my friends are in high school, except one. And then we had a get-together a couple weeks ago, and I realized, wait, no one here is in high school except Josh, and he's 18. So
Yeah, and I could have graduated. I would have just
Yeah.
been young.
yeah, I realized all my friends are adults now. One of them is drinking age now, so
We forgot about that, but that's besides the
Yeah.
point. My life's gonna change. I think everyone at school has accepted the fact that we're just not really gonna be friends anymore because we're all gonna move on. Like we'll be friends and we'll hang out once in a while, most likely, once a year. Maybe I don't know.
until you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone's accepted it. We've all realized that just people just move. Also, everyone knows that everyone's college plan is so different. There's
Yeah.
like two people going to, in our main group. It's weird, kind of main group. There's like two people going to U of A, but they're going to different U of A. But what's Arizona State? They're going to Arizona
ASU.
State, ASU, not
And
U of
U of
A.
A.
There's one person going to U of A.
Oh yeah, ASU has.
But
like
they're going
3
to different campuses.
Yeah.
One's Polytech, the other's not Polytech. I don't remember. I think there's
There's
Tempe.
one in Mesa, one in Tempe. The main one's in Tempe, and then there's one in Scottsdale. They're all like 15 minutes away from each other.
I'm not going there,
So,
thankfully. If I go anywhere, GCU, but not CAC.
Gaku.
Gaku, not CAC.
Wow.
Guys,
Well, anyways.
community college holds community college people.
What?
Elijah. Just he was telling me about some of the people in his classes, and I was like, yeah, they came from schools like mine, but they evolved into something weirder.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Anyways, let's go to John
Oh, we are going through John.
chapter 4,
Whoa.
verse 11. Last 2 times we were in John, we only covered 1 verse.
Should we read through the Hawaiian version of the Bible?
Let's do that next podcast. We'll make that like the beginning. Then now anyone listening right now will have to check out the next one to hear Josh read the Hawaiian.
It doesn't
Bible.
sound fun, but oh boy. What book am I in? But oh boy, is it fun. Opening up that blue letter. Should I confuse us?
4:11,
Go to
John.
1 John 4?
No, not first John.
I'm going to 1 John 4.
Okay. You have fun with that. Jesus and the woman at the well. If you knew the gift of God and who it was that says to you, give me a drink, you would have asked him and he would have given you living water.
That's verse 10.
I know. Now we're in verse
They
11.
don't know that.
The woman said to him, Sir, you have nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. Where then do you get that living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well and drank from it himself, as well as his sons and his livestock?
Well, is he greater?
Yeah, and I think
sure
that
hope so.
actually goes nicely with John chapter 8, when he's talking about Abraham seeing his day.
All these Johns. Who was the first martyr?
Stephen.
What about
Stephen.
John the Baptist?
Oh.
I was reading Matthew, and I was like, I always
I don't
hear
think he was a
Stephen.
martyr.
Well, they decapitate him because he preached Jesus was the Christ.
Well, yeah, but he was more just saying repent from your sins.
Yeah, but he also said Jesus was the Christ.
I just put it more on par with the prophet.
I guess he was a
Unless you
martyr
consider the
for
prophets
Judaism.
martyrs too.
Well, they were martyrs for Judaism
Yeah.
more than.
So
more
I
than
hear
Christianity.
in John 8:48, the Jews answered and said to him, "Do we not say rightly that you're a Samaritan and have a demon?" Let's skip down a little.
Racism. Racism. Some good stuff.
Here we go. Verse 54. If I honor myself, my honor is nothing. If it is my Father who honors me, of whom you say he is your God. Yet you have not known him, but I know him. And if I say I do not know him, I shall be a liar like you. But I do know him and keep his word. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. And the Jews said to him, You are not yet 50 years old, and you have seen Abraham? Jesus said to them, Most assuredly I say to you, before Abraham was, I am. And then the Pharisees proceed to want to stone him. But, obviously, God is greater than any man, and in this case in particular, greater than Abraham. And Abraham was Jacob's grandpa, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes him greater than Jacob. And so, yeah, God is greater than their father, Jacob, here. But also how you have nothing to draw with and the well is deep. How, I think, did we read, was it on the podcast? I've been hearing a lot at church recently about James 3 with worldly wisdom. Yeah, you were teaching on it. a couple
Yeah,
weeks
I didn't
ago.
read it on the podcast.
And it's like, well, by the world standard, like, he has nothing to draw water with. But spiritually, he had the means. I mean, he is the living water, but spiritual water.
Mm-hmm.
So, this lady thinks he doesn't, you know? I don't know how. Sometimes I say things
You're
and they
not
don't make
making it-
sense to me, and so I'm like, no one got it.
I think
But
you're fine because
Thank
what
you.
13 and 14. Did you? No, 13 and 14 is just him talking and confusing her.
What?
And that's my favorite part of
Oh.
John 4.
we'll read it.
Yes, Jesus answered and said to her, Whoever drinks of this water will thirst again, but whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst. It's like water, man. He spawns water into your stomach as soon as you put a little in. That's what it sounded like. But the water that I shall give him will become in him a fountain, see, of water springing up into everlasting life. And because what this sounds like as a sports med student, The thing that saves everybody, water. Someone's dehydrated, it ruins everything. So you gotta first make sure they're hydrated. So it sounds like, from a sports med perspective, this is not biblical, guys. It sounds like everlasting life comes from if you're hydrated. And he can keep you hydrated forever.
But that's true because it is like spiritual water.
Well, spiritual water is biblical. But I'm talking about
Is there really
physical.
the spiritual substance of water
Yes.
that feeds our spirit?
Oh, yes.
No.
100%. I was joking.
I know.
They
They're
might not.
allegories for us to understand because we are stuck in our bodies. We don't fully understand the spiritual realm. And so this is like as close of a allegory that we can use here to say, like, okay, you need the word of God like your body needs water, and thus the word of God is like spiritual water for you. And so it's interesting like that. I also want to pivot a little bit on the topics here. Here in Proverbs 5, where it's warning about adultery, and it says, drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your fountains be dispersed abroad, streams of water in the streets, let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth. And so, in essence, whenever you're putting out the Holy Spirit, you're tamping it down so it doesn't have a true effect in your life. It's like you're taking this living water and just throwing it on the street and just wasting it, not using it. That's not healthy.
If you live in Arizona, you understand that that's not healthy.
Yeah.
But if you live in, like, Texas, you might not see the use. Anyways, we keep going. Verse 15. The woman said to him, Sir, give me the water that I may not thirst, nor come here to draw. That'd be nice. Imagine, we don't get this one. I strongly doubt anyone listening does. It's not like we have to go any distance to go get water. There's taps everywhere. So, a nice little relief.
But also how she still doesn't get
What
it.
she thinks, yeah.
Like, even like how the disciples, even once he died, thought that they were going to conquer Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you're not getting it.
Whoa.
Oh,
I was going to say something, and it sounded cool. But I don't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, no, it's that she thinks that he's going to provide her with at the time, I'm sure it looked like a pretty good relief of not needing to go get water. But in reality, it was going to provide something much bigger, salvation.
Yeah, but I also think she's kind of changing the topic a little bit. Because, I don't know. Like, it seems somewhat obvious that this is what he's talking about, but she kind of changes the subject. Like,
I don't
he
think
basically says that he's greater than the father,
I think
Jacob, and then it's like...
I think it depends on if she was raised with Jewish beliefs.
That is true, because the Samaritans did have different beliefs.
Yeah, so if they aren't raised in that, then she wouldn't really know.
Yeah. And that's true, and that also goes to point, and I think we'll end there and close with this. A good point that I've been hearing made about this whole, Palestine isn't completely wrong because, what would it take for you to kill a baby? Like, how bad do their lives have to be? And it's like, well, we think that because we're sane individuals.
Yeah.
But there's people out there who don't care about life and would just murder a baby anyway. And what a coincidence that the very people who are out there saying that, imagine what it would take in your life for you to kill a baby, support abortion. It's like, what a coincidence, man.
Because abortion's definitely not killing babies.
So it's like, okay, I don't know. But then at the same time, even people who are on Israel's side and like the right to defend themselves, blah, blah, and they're like, just look at the atrocities of killing these babies and blah, and it's like, we do that all the time here. And some, most of the people do acknowledge that who, care about life, but there's a few out there who are like, killing these babies in Israel is a horrible thing, and also, a 16-week ban on abortion would be great. And it's like, no. Now I get it. At the same time, there's Democrats who don't want to end abortion. So, having a 16-week ban is better than having a 22-week ban, but still the point is to incrementally get closer to a heartbeat bill, And some states can do that. Other ones need work. But we've killed, I don't want to downplay anything in Israel at all, but, in the last 50 years, we've killed 60 million babies in America. That doesn't count around the world, and that's already alone 10 Holocausts. So, and people just throw these words around, and it's like, do you guys understand how many people that is? It's a lot. I don't know. Have you ever seen 60 million people in one spot?
No.
There's not even states with 60 million people.
Yeah. That's a big number. I hope you guys take something out of this episode.
Yeah.
We love you guys very much in an agape sense. If you don't know what agape is, do some research.
Depending who's
Study the
watching,
Bible.
maybe different. But our families watch this,
Oh.
Josh.
No, I love everybody in only agape.
Only?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, peace out, homies.